Welcome to Melbourne, Rich.
Thanks for having me.
I got a crazy idea.
Do tell.
Let's unprank the world.
I think it's about time. We've needed to do this.
It's about epic time. This is our studio just here. We're about to go and release a
couple of pizza watches.
Let's
Believe
go.
it or not. We're in.
I'm excited.
Gone all beige except for the kicks and the watch.
Richard, welcome to the Time+Tide Watch Discovery Studio. Let's go make a pizza. We're having a ride around. See ya. Wow. Richard, it's the morning after the big night. How do you feel?
I feel good. We had an absolute riot last night. I think everyone did.
Describe the space and what went down in here, because we're back in the Time+Tide Watch Discovery Studio in Melbourne. This was the scene of the crime, the pizza crime. Describe it.
So we're back here and it's basically unrecognisable.
It is.
Yesterday
it's clean.
we turned it into, our own little taste of Italy, a piece of Italy. We had the tablecloths, the pizza. We had an amazing chef, making some
400 Gradi. I think they were voted the best pizza in Australia.
Yeah, people seem to love that, and they love the pizza. They also love the pizza watch.
They did. But they didn't get to know you as much as I wanted them to, because during the event last night, there were things raised that I have some questions for you.
Cool.
Rapid fire, you ready to roll?
Let's roll.
Okay, firstly, you've been here a little while. I consider it enough time for you to have a swing at an Australian accent. Give me a phrase in an Australian accent.
Okay.
Come on.
I'm going to butcher this. My accents are terrible, so I'll lean into the bad. G'day, mate.
Okay.
It's terribly British.
I was hoping for something different. I got that off Andrea.
Yeah, g'day, mate. Oh no, I've lost my thongs. How's that?
That sounded so British, but that's okay. That's all right. That's the best you could do. Don't ask me to do a Brighton accent, for example. Describe Studio Underdog in 3 words only.
Ooh, 3 words. Okay. I will say quality.
Yes.
Playfulness and colour.
Lovely. How many years have you been going?
So we're coming up to 3 years. So March will mark 3 years, so yeah, 2 and a bit. So we're still an infant in the big, scary watch world.
Who's the most famous watch world person you've worked with?
Ooh, I don't know. That's useless. It's, in terms of, I'm trying to think who I've worked with. I guess it's kind of got to be you. You're a man of all trades.
Well, I feel that the best is ahead for you then.
Yeah, ask me that question in a year's time and I'll say, Andrew, who?
Exactly. Well, I got an easy one. Who's the most famous person to wear a Studio Underdog so far?
I think it's probably got to be, I believe there was a prince in Prince of Ajman. He was spotted wearing one on holiday, which I thought was quite cool.
Yep. How long did it take you to hit your Kickstarter target? Let's go back in time.
Oh, that's a good question. I think it was fairly quick. The initial target I'd set, I think it was done within the hour. Yeah.
You'll love this one. What was your most successful sales window yet?
Sales window, so it was the recent one that we did. So when we launched the O2 series, which I wasn't really sure how that would be received, was our record. We had a 9-hour sales window. We did over 2,500 watches were ordered, which was, incredible.
For a value of?
For value, all right, you're loving the value. So I think in total, I think we've hit the sort of the £1.8 million in sales for that window, which is incredible. So it goes to show the love for this little passion project of mine.
Should we go to Vegas?
Let's go to Vegas.
If Furl and Murray, Baltic and Studio Underdog are the Novak, Nadal and Federer of the micro-brand world, which one are you and why?
Oh, I don't think I can be any of them because none of those guys are underdogs. I will be, who will I be? Maybe I'll be the Andy Murray, right? I'm the underdog there. You've got to get the Grand Slam.
You're too young for that.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure there's a really good tennis analogy there.
Alex de Minaur from Australia. Underdog, going to win the Australian Open this year.
Well, there you go. If he's looking for sponsorship.
If your dreams come true, where is Studio Underdog in 5 years from today? 2029, where are we?
This was one of the questions yesterday, and as I said, I don't really know what I'm doing tomorrow. 5 years' time, absolutely not a clue. I'm looking at the next 12 months, got some really, really exciting things planned. I'm not looking a day beyond that.
Okay, I'll allow it. What is the biggest challenge you think you face to even being here in 5 years?
Oh, it's a challenge that I'm super aware of, which is not burning out myself, but also in terms of the product assortment not getting stale. It would have been quite easy for me to churn through lots of colours of the O1 series, but where would that have left my brand? So that's why the O2 was an opportunity for me to make a statement to explain what it means to be a Studio Underdog watch. And I think that kind of approach will ensure that I'm here for many, many years to come.
Excellent. What is the one thing you want people to know about Studio Underdog?
I think when you see it online and you see the images and you see the colours, I think it's quite easy to see the playful element that the brand brings to the industry. But the one thing that you can't see from photos online is just the incredible quality of our products, the finishing. So I guess I want people to know that these are real serious watches that don't take themselves too seriously.
And what is the one bit of misinformation about Studio Underdog you'd like to clear up now? You have the microphone.
I guess the one thing that people kind of get confused about when they discover the brand is they think everything's incredibly limited and they think I'm trying to hold stock back from access and, I'm not trying to sell watches. Studio Underdog's a watch brand. We sell watches. And the way we operate, I think, is a really fair way to, if someone's passionate about the brand, they have their order windows and they've got ample time. So yeah, just understanding how our launches work, really.
You walk into a party, someone says, Rich, we need to lift. You get one shot to choose a song. What's the song?
Oh, there's quite a few to choose. Do you know what? It's going to be a random one. YMCA always gets me lifted. I think it's great. I'm in a bad mood, put that on.
I just want to cue it right now. What is the skill that you have that makes Studio Underdog so successful?
So I don't really think it's a skill, it's an approach, right? Part of my approach for my brand is honesty and communication. And I've done that really because it makes my life a hell of a lot easier. When it comes to a marketing strategy or something that I want to communicate, I don't have to really fabricate or find an angle. The approach of honesty means I can just say it as it is. And weirdly, that seems to be a bit of a unique approach, and that's something that people really like about the brand. So, yeah, it's quite easy for me.
You have a direct-to-consumer model.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing in a Time+Tide Discovery Studio retail space in Melbourne, Australia?
Well, that's it. The way you've said it there is you put Discovery Studio before retail space, and that's what's different. I focus on direct consumer, but I want people to be able to discover the brand. And in a space like this, what's not to love? And I think, yeah, literally, as you said, it's a discovery studio.
Now, you love it when I ask you flattering questions for myself, so I'm going to ask you one. What is different about Time+Tide to other media?
So it starts here with the way you've done this store, the brands that you have, the brands that that Studio Underdog is rubbing shoulders with. You've got watches from Fears here, you've got the guys from Furlan Mari, Baltic. These are some of the kind of the key players in my little bubble. So that real kind of focus on enthusiast brands rather than what you might find in other sort of high street retailers.
Beautiful. It's the cool kids. Now, you've been here long enough to tell me what has surprised you about Australian watch fans. Are they different in any way?
Oh, I mean, I always love coming to these watch events and shows because, it's a great opportunity to talk watches when, in real life, you don't get someone all that frequently stopping you and asking you about your watch. Whereas when you're in this room, it's such a great way to kickstart a conversation. You can come to a watch event, come to a community event by yourself, and all you have to do is go, that's interesting, and you're away. You're off to the races.
Yeah.
But in terms of being different, I don't know, the accent's different. That's about it. Other than that, the community, wherever you are, it's all just full of amazing people.
Tell me the thing that's coming up for Studio Underdog that you're most excited about, that you can tell me about.
Okay, there's parts that I'm super excited about towards the end of this year that I can't tell you about. Some things that I'm looking forward to that I can. We're doing an event in March, which is a British watchmakers event, which is the first of its kind. It's never been done before. And I'm really excited for that. We've got brands ranging from Mr. Jones watches all the way up to Roger Smith and everything in between. So I'm really looking forward to that.
What's your take on the Time+Tide team? Because you've met more than just me.
Yeah, well, I've had the opportunity this week, whilst I've been in Melbourne to meet the team, and the amount of effort, the amount of passion they have for Studio Underdog is incredible, and you can see that. All of them yesterday were rocking the merch and absolutely loving it. And again, just the extraordinary effort that they went to change this space. People were coming up to me saying like, Rich, this is amazing, well done. And I was saying, look, hardly any of this was me. I did I certainly did the watches, but in terms of this space, they did an absolutely incredible job. So yeah, all lovely people and incredibly good at what they do.
And at least I'd say 75% Studio Underdog customers, multiple customers, the cameraman Marcus.
Yeah, I think you're up to 3 now, are you? There you go. He's got a collection.
And of course, he's not just the cameraman, is he? Let's talk about our watches, because it's plural.
There's a couple, yeah.
Everyone expected us to drop 1. We dropped 2. Let's talk people through some of the details, because you're a detail man.
Sure.
What are the details that really please you about this watch?
So I think, obviously the pepperoni that we did that was announced, faux announced, coming up to a year ago.
That was prank, the pepperoni prank.
The pepperoni prank. So again, I always like to ensure that, this is taking it to an extreme, but I like to ensure there's still some functionality. So the way we've sliced the pizza, for example, is on the hour marks every 2 hours. So you can see that quite easily. And we've also, even though the toppings look totally sporadic, the olives are the other hour markers. So they've been kind of placed definitively. So it is still a functional timepiece, similar to the good old Hawaiian, which is causing a stir online at the moment.
We have an Italian intern watching this happen, and I can see the hatred in his eyes as he looks at your wrist. There's something people have picked up on that it's just too cute. Talk me through the process it took to get to our final, because we were meant to make an abomination. It was meant to be exactly what it is, and yet I think you just tried with all your might to make this as beautiful as possible, and you kind of succeeded.
Yeah, I'm surprised with myself. I'm impressed with myself, actually. Yeah, so I started working on some samples before we even knew where the project would go. We'd had this fun little launch, and I thought, why not? Even if it just comes to you and I having a prototype each, it would be quite fun. I developed some samples, and I just wanted to get it absolutely perfect. I wanted it. Part of the effect is, I don't know why I like it. I should hate it, but I kind of love it. And that was through, just getting the colours bang on. So we changed the cheese, as it were, changed some of the toppings, and I think the biggest thing when you see the watch in person is the textures. You've got this, the textures and the layers. You've got this really nice matte effect on the toppings, and this more metallic of the cheese, and it somehow works together, even though it really shouldn't.
Yeah. The editor of Time+Tide, Zach, was waxing lyrical about how this reminds him of the Glacier original 60s edition with the orange dial, which is this sort of, again, metallic, sort of galvanic, deep orange.
For sure. I've no doubt those pictures were on my mood board. They were part of the inspiration.
Really?
So, yeah.
So Glacier original, I'm sure you're so pleased to be associated with
I'm
this
so
watch.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
But are there any details on the Hawaiian that we want to pull out?
So it's it's a similar thing. We've got the ham is the hour markers on this one, and of course this actually the idea came from the community, because when we faux launched this, one of the most repeating comments was along the lines of, oh, something to do with pineapple on pizza. And I thought, we've missed a trick there. So it had to be done. And I quite like that we've already started to poke fun at the Swiss watch industry. Why not wind up some Italians too?
Oh, who is next, Richard, in the quest to become the most unpopular watch brand and media title in the world? How do people get this watch? Let's be really granular this time.
We can answer that. So this is hand-delivered only. And
Yes.
what that means is...
Let's role play it.
Let's role play. Okay, fine.
Who's going to be the fan?
I'll be the fan.
Okay, I'll be Richard Benc. Oh.
Andrew, I found you. I've heard you doing the pizza watches. I want one.
Okay. Here. So much energy.
This is great.
You're really leaning into it, man. You usually don't use your hands
I'm
like
a watch enthusiast. Come on.
You don't need to give me a child. Don't give me a fattened lamb. Don't give me a gold coin. Just take this and decide in your own time if you want to purchase this one.
Okay, so what I've got here is a QR code
Yes.
and a secret access password.
You do?
I can only assume this takes me to an exclusive access link where I can buy the watch. Is that right?
That's amazing that you know that. That's exactly right.
Boom.
Off you go.
So that's it. You get the access, you get the code, blah, 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 magic there. That allows you in good time to make the purchase and get it delivered. What that saves us from is having to carry around a sack of watches, a jacket of watches, but still making sure everyone gets access that meets us in person.
That was question one. Question two was, where are you going to be this year, fellas?
Where are we going to be? We're going to be busy. We're going to be travelling.
Can you grab your phone? I want you to show how serious. Richard has a landing page where you can say, I want you to come to Baronia. I want you to come to Kubapedi. It is logged, and there are numbers of people that are from that place that have also registered interest. So you are legitimately looking at the high number cities and places and adding them to the list.
Yep, for sure. So as an example, if you go to underdog.com/pizza, all the information is there, and there's a form if we've outlined exactly where we're going to be throughout the remainder of the year, and we're looking to increase that. We want to come to you. If you've got
That's the current list of places?
This is the current list of places, and we've also got, as you said, that form, and we've already got some amazing responses. So within a few hours of launching, we'd already had hundreds, I think, of entries, and I can see there's a really good presence in Singapore.
Yep.
There's people that want us there. Where else? Dubai. People are really asking. Surprisingly, there's some Italians.
I think they're probably going to stone us. Like
Yeah.
it could be just a ritual killing.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe they kind of want me to come out. So we've got Germany as
You're going
well.
to sleep with the fishes and the pineapple.
Germany seems to be big, Hong Kong. So yeah, please let us know where you'd like us to be, and we will be looking at the numbers. And if there's a community that clearly wants this watch, look, we'll come deliver some pizzas.
The other question is there ever going to be an online drop? And I think we can definitively say no.
No plans to. I think it's integral to kind of this project. Part of the fun is this hand-delivered element.
Yeah.
I was thinking, if a collector's got 10 watches that they've got in their watch box and they're deciding what to wear to
AP, Beauvais, Underdog Pizza.
right, exactly. Yeah. And they're deciding what to wear to a watch meet. This is the one that they want to talk about. They want to talk about their experience.
And this is what they're also going to wear. And this is something you can buy.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank goodness. You can buy this right now. You can buy the merch that Richard designed, which I absolutely love because it just looks so good.
It does, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So this is available and will be available all year. We'll keep restocking as best we can. There is a slice of the action you can have, if not the ticking kind. Rich, I think that clears it up.
I hope so.
There'll no doubt be more.
Yeah, if there are more questions, we're here to answer them. So,
Indeed.
Yeah.
You want a pizza me?
Oh, God, we go on to the pizza puns. I can't think of any that aren't really cheesy.
Ah, boom.